Welcome back. Welcome back to Fly Tampa Fly, presented by Skyway Bound Presents. I know that's a little bit redundant. We'll work on that. Just drop a note in the comments if you have any issues with how terrible I am. It's all good. All right, our focus in this podcast is to help people get into the world of small business aviation within the local Tampa Bay area. I am your host, Walter Matthews. That's me. All right, if you're looking on the screen today, you see I have a kind of in a different position. I'm not really digging this chair here, but it's what I got, and I'm just going to roll with it and probably be at a different location next week. But I do have the Cessna 172 behind me, so hopefully you guys are, enjoying the show. Stand by. Here's our question for the day. For all you people looking to get your private pilot's license. During operations outside controlled airspace at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, the minimum flight visibility for day VFR flight is, I'm a terrible reader, is A, 1 mile, B, 3 miles, or C, 5 miles. Stay tuned for the answer. We'll come right back to that. All right, let's get into some of our notes for today. For those of you who are using the Pilot Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, the FAA made some updates. And let me break out my notes real quick. Looks like, this is my favorite update. I got the red circle because I didn't want to put the leaves in there. I didn't want to, you might get a YouTube strike or something. I don't know how that works. But the FAA has stated marijuana is still illegal. It might be on a state level, it might be okay, but marijuana is an illicit drug per federal law. Its use by airmen is prohibited. So that's why I got the little red circle there. And then, of course, many of you guys have heard of the famous updates to the advisory circular. And let's see, what are my notes here? I got all sorts of notes, and I just totally blanked on what it is, why I put that there, not the scale with the pattern. I had a specific. I forgot, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. The following versions showing ways to enter the landing pattern will be referenced in non-towered airport sections of Chapter 14, Airport Operations. So make sure you go to the PHAC in Chapter 14 with regards to non-towered airport operations. And then this last one had to do with the attitude indicator, the pitch bank and limitations in the book. It's going to explain that the attitude indicators have pitch and bank indication limits, that the pitch indicating range is required to be at least plus 25 degrees, and that if an aircraft operates at a pitch that exceeds the indicating limits, the pitch indicator may stop and remain at the limit until the pitch no longer exceeds the limitation, or the pitch indicator may tumble. There you go. So there's limitations to your attitude indicator. I know they briefly talked about it in previous revisions, but it looks like they made some updates to specifically talk about the 25 degrees. All right, let's move on to the next slide. I took a lot of time with that slide. And I got my paper notes here. Normally I have a computer screen, but I'm working on it. Forgive me. All right. The FAA updates Advisory Circular 90-66 Charlie. And, did you know that ACs are not regulations? Now you do. But rather it's guidance to help pilots comply with regulations. In this case, this one republished in June 6 aims to mitigate mid-air collisions with new advice on straight-in approach procedures at non-towered airports. So go ahead and read that. I've been getting long-winded with these little updates. So I'm trying to cut down on how long-winded I am. So just go ahead and jump in there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email, of which will be in the description. And if you can't find an answer, we'll help you find the answer. Of course, I suspect if you talk to other fellow pilots in the description, and they're going to help you find the answer, because you know how pilots are. We want to make sure you have the right information. But anyway, get into the publications. You should be doing that anyway as a pilot, because what's his name? The famous guy says, a good pilot is... I'll let you guys finish it. All right, let's go on to the next slide. Boom. The FAA is offering a reauthorization bill, and the National Business Aviation Association, and I think other what do you call those groups? Lobbying groups are trying to encourage the politicians to kind of pass this bill. In addition to reauthorizing the FAA for the next 5 years, that's reauthorizing the money, the federal funds for the FAA. The bill includes a first ever general aviation title recognizing the segment's many important roles, as well as investment in general aviation airport infrastructure, safe integration of advanced air mobility, and policies and programs to strengthen, diversify, and grow the aviation workforce. You can go online to any lobbying group like NBAA or AOPA and others, FABA, and I guarantee you most of them have some sort of letter that's going to Congress that shows that you support. So I encourage you to go to any one of those organizations, and I'll try to remember to put all the other organizations in the link below. A lot of them have like links to their letters that you want to get your voice heard. So I'll try to find some of the ones. I got the one for NBAA. That one definitely will be in there. I think you have to actually be a member, but I don't know. Give it a shot. Click the link. Who knows? All they can do is tell you no. All right, here's getting into the fun stuff. The future. Joby Air Taxi plans. They recently submitted their eVTOL certification plans to the FAA. And let's see what we got here. They plan to deliver their initial production prototype or company-conforming aircraft. I love how they write these articles. To Edwards Air Force Base in Southern California in early 2024 as part of its Agility Prime contract with the U.S. Air Force. This will be the first of up to 9 aircraft that Joby will deliver to the U.S. Air Force under that contract, which is worth up to $131 million. The reason why I'm bringing up some of these slides is I'm really trying to encourage the Tampa area small business aviation industry to grow. And I'm just trying to show you that $131 million, that can add up really quick. So if you have an idea for the air taxi world, get to work. And maybe we can bring this kind of industry, more of this industry here to our area. Bring STEM education and all the STEM businesses to this area to only make the Tampa Bay area better. All right, moving on to the next one. Paris. Paris plans to showcase the first eVTOL passenger flights, and I forget the name of the company here. Some lucky Parisians and Olympic game visitors are set to become the world's first paying passengers in an eVTOL aircraft. Oh, Volocopter on Tuesday. What day was this? Volocopter will say June 21st, because that's when I pulled down this article. They confirmed that they were on the schedule to secure an EASA type certification for the 2-seat Velocity aircraft in time for the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games will be coming to us next week, July 26th. So coming to the Olympics. If you're in Paris, you're going to get the potential to pay for a ride in this eVTOL. So, like I say, this evolution is coming. That's why I'm trying to encourage small business aviation industry locally to jump on the bandwagon, because it's not going away anytime ever, and there's a lot of opportunity. And I would love for the Greater Tampa Bay area to take advantage of that. All right, for those of you who are entrepreneurial and are engineers and are looking to build stuff, if you're part of the Experimental Aircraft Association, they are offering a new CAD, computer-aided drafting program, for its members. And apparently that's in partnership with Siemens, the engineering firm, or technology firm. And let me just read this. The EAA has partnered with Siemens to offer members free access to Solid Edge professional 3D CAD software. This software is easy to use and helps you develop your design ideas from concept to prototype. So if you're looking to design like an aircraft or an eVTOL, or any one of those future, or a flying car, which you'll see on the next slide or two, this could help you. And if you can do that in the Greater Tampa Bay area, even better. That's why I'm showing you this slide, to hopefully give you guys some ideas. EAA membership, if I'm not mistaken, is not overly priced, and it comes with other resources. So being able to get these CAD programs are not cheap. So anyway, consider joining EAA just to get the CAD program if you have design dreams and anything. Oh, here we go. Flying car maker. Let me check my time. All right, we're doing good on time. I'm actually moving faster this week. Flying car maker Aleph has gotten the okay to start testing flights. This is awesome. Flying car developer Aleph Aeronautics Inc. has gotten the green light to begin flight test of its vehicle. This company is based in California, and the FAA issued them the permit in June. The permit restricts Aleph to only fly the Model A for research and exhibition purposes only. So the world of aviation, like I said, continues to expand, and I'm hoping that people in the Greater Tampa Bay area will jump on the wagon and start, create startups that help the aviation industry. Why not? Why not the Tampa Bay area? Does it have to always be California? No, it doesn't. Yeah. All right, let me move on. Moving on. All right, here's another cool opportunity for those of you who are looking to get into the world of business aviation. The FAA is holding its Drone Symposium, and I think it's the first time it's the 8th annual Drone Symposium and the first ever Advanced Air Mobility Summit. This is in the Baltimore area, August 1st through the 3rd. We'll put the link below in the description if you're interested in going to this event. Great way to network and meet other people in the ever-evolving world of aviation, specifically with regards to drones and advanced air mobility. So if you're looking to start a small business and you need the network, you might have to leave the Tampa Bay area to do it a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just trying to show you the opportunities are out there, and yeah, take it or leave it. Good. All right, locally, now we're getting into some local news. My notes here. Fly USA, which is based in Clearwater, they just I think they're the ones that just purchased the air park, the whole air park. They acquired 3B Aviation for an undisclosed sum. The company continues to grow. Since then, they've grown to 10 pilots and 13 operating on behalf of 25 owners. That's 3B Aviation, who was just purchased by Fly USA. According to their statement, with expansion of the aircraft, they are trying to position themselves to assist their clients who are looking to acquire their own aircraft. Fly USA, they're not just that. I mean, they have other places outside of Clearwater, outside of Florida. But overall, Fly USA has over 700 on-demand customers and 15 privately managed aircraft. It used to be known as Fly Florida, and they describe themselves as an asset-light, technology-enabled company, which is definitely, yeah, that's the wave of now. If you're building a company and you're just trying to accumulate assets like big commercial buildings to house a bunch of people and workers, that's definitely not the wave of now. That's already changing. That's awesome. I love the way they worded that. Cabu Capital, where Shelvin also serves as CEO. This is Fly USA CEO Barry Shelvin. That was his comment. They want to be an asset-light, technology-enabled company. I love that. Okay. I actually had a lot of slides today, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy about finding some of the material. I'm just trying to provide it in a way that might be, that might be different for you. You can listen to this. I put it under YouTube and under the podcast, and it'll get better. It'll get better. If you have any ideas of things you want me to cover and research, just let me know, and I'll do the best I can. All right, Florida's learn to fly license plate. Florida's Lifted Youth Fly is the acronym, is a nonprofit organization founded by Dan Martone. He's a flight school owner and pilot who is passionate about closing the gaps in the aviation industry and making flight training more accessible, especially for disadvantaged youth. Fly's founders have designed a vanity license plate for Floridians and hope the use of the funds raised from the sales to create scholarships for children of fallen heroes, which is an organization that provides resources to families who have lost loved ones who served as military personnel or as first responders. This is just don't confuse this. There was another license plate, a general aviation license plate, that also came out or is being going through the political process to be approved. That was a general aviation license plate done by a couple of pilots somewhere else in Florida. So there's you'll have two different options for general aviation, to celebrate general aviation with your license plates in the near future. So stay tuned, and stay tuned. Look out for it. Try to support those causes if you're able, and some of their money is going to go to help youth get into the world of aviation. So it's a good cause. It's also a good cause if some of you who are looking to start your own aviation-focused nonprofits. There is opportunity there to start some sort of aviation-based nonprofit that can help the local community and help the youth as well. All right, the Albert Whitted, we won't call it drama for your mama. This is actually probably good news. The city adopts Albert Whitted's airport's master plan. Over the next 20 years, the city of Albert Whitted Airport will see a mix of new aircraft and users emerge, intensifying the need for more hangars and changes on the runway. Me personally, I'm hoping to get an aircraft in the next year or two and have it at Albert Whitted. I can't afford a hangar right now, but from what I hear, even if I could, the waiting list is huge. The master plan is a necessary step to secure grants from the Federal Aviation Administration and the Florida Department of Transportation to back a bunch of the federally granted projects. These projects are going to range from new hangars to updating the fuel farm and equipment in the control tower. So, that sounds like a positive to me. It's nice to see. I fly out of that airport all the time. I train students out of that airport all the time, so I really want them to take care of it. I think it's such a great resource for the Greater Tampa Bay area. Peter O'Knight. All right, a little brief aviation history. Let's see. Looking at my notes. Oh, wow. I had a lot of notes today. All right, Peter O'Knight's Airport. Did you know? Peter O'Knight was completed at Davis Island near downtown Tampa in 1935. It became the city's airline airport for the next 10 years. Isn't that amazing? When it was open, the airfield boasted 3 runways arranged in an asterisk-shaped layout and a 2-story Art Deco terminal that was occupied by Eastern and National Airlines. Of course, today it's a general aviation airport, and I'm not sure if you guys remember years ago when the big Air Force jet landed there. I should have put that in one of the pictures, but it's a cool airport. I fly out of there. I don't fly out of there as much as I used to, but I've been there. I used to train out of there years ago, and it's a fun little airport. Hopefully one day they get like a restaurant there. I think that would be a cool addition. But I know it's expanding in operations, and they're crowded too. So anyway, little local aviation history for our local aviation buffs. And then finally, a question of the day. I know you guys have been waiting. Drum roll, I already put the answer on the screen. During operations outside controlled airspace at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, the minimum flight visibility for day VFR is 1 mile. 1 mile. You can reference the Airman Certification Standards. You can also reference the actual answer in FAR Part 91.155 in particular, and I'll put the answer link in the description as well. And that is it, folks. That's all we have, and I'm about to run out of time, but I'm doing better than a couple weeks ago or last month. Oh, darn it. I need to make my little video bubble a little bit smaller. I thought I blanked out the part of the number. We'll get that fixed. It's not a big deal. Hey, thanks to our sponsors, Mind My PC. If you're in the world if you don't want to be an IT tech, if you don't want to be a cybersecurity specialist, you want somebody to, help you out so you can do what you do best, which is your business, and it's not being cybersecurity and IT solution. Reach out to my friends at Mind My PC, 833 Mind My PC. That's 833-646-3697. They can help you with all your cybersecurity and IT solution needs. So reach out to them if that's not what you do. It's not what I do, but I support my friends in what they do, and they do it well. Also, typically a lot of times, here I'm in my home office, but a lot of times my friends at Jetline Systems, they allow me to use their space, and of course sometimes you're able to see the simulators behind me. But today I'm not there, but we'll get back there. Well, as always, thanks to our sponsors at Jetline Systems, purpose-built flight simulation computer systems. If you have any needs, even if it's just regular computers, just give them a call. They'll point you in the right direction, even if they can't help you. They love technology. They love computers. Yes, their focus is on the world of aviation, but they're always, just give them a call if you have a question. They'll definitely get you to the right people to help you out. But as always, thank you to my friends at Jetline for supporting me. And then lastly, Skyway Bound Aviation Services. That's me. If you're looking for flight lessons, know anybody looking for flight lessons or looking to get into the world of aviation, reach out to us here at this information. That phone number is just for text message only, but I'll respond quicker. I probably respond quicker right now via email, but I do check the text messages. So just leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that is about it, folks. I think, so we went back to the back. So let's go back to back. All right, that's the end of our show today. I'm a couple minutes over. I'll work on getting myself down to 20 minutes. As always, I 100% am doing this to encourage the small aviation industry to grow within the Greater Tampa Bay area. It's not getting any smaller anytime soon. The aviation industry, there's so much opportunity. I would love to bring that opportunity here to our local citizens here in the Greater Tampa Bay area and surrounding counties. For those of you who are looking to start small businesses, I highly encourage you to do it. Do it. Start now. Time is not your friend. Just do it. Do the best you can. There are a lot of free tools that can help you. I'm using OBS here for all of this to get me started. Don't have to pay for it. Just got to pay with my time and a few other small tools. I had to pay for this mic. Probably can find this for free if you have the right friends. It's not expensive. But I want to encourage you to just keep trying. Don't give up. And that's about it for today, man. Just keep trying. Don't ever give up. The road is long, the road is hard, but you can do it. Sky's the limit. I support you. All right? Don't give up, my friends. All right, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining me today. Those of you either on the podcast or watching the video, any support, like, subscribe, share, and we'll get better. So put some notes in the description on things you want to hear about. All right, sky's the limit, my friends. Take it easy. Peace. Oh, it's just me. Ah! And we'll get better at this editing process too.